Good evening and welcome to Benuetv Television News at 7. My name is Mercy Upa. The headline: Benue State Government awards contract for construction of roads across the state. Organized labor kicks against Federal Executive Council's decision to step down memorandum on new national minimum wage. And on the foreign scene, health officials say new strain of monkeypox virus is spreading along Democratic Republic of Congo's eastern border. Repair works and reticulation have commenced on the Otubi water works to solve the challenge of water security in Otukpo and its environs. Governor Hyacinth earlier announced this and efforts to revive Otukpo burnt bricks Sunday in Otukpo during his thank you visit to Otukpo Ohimini Federal Constituency. Correspondent Emmanuel Akula reports that assessment work by investors and constructors is ongoing at the companies with the hope of resuming services in no distant time.
This gathering of the people of Otukpo Ihimini Federal Constituency is marking the end of Governor Hyacinth Alia's thank you tour to the 23 local government areas of Benue State. He is received by his deputy, Dr. Sam Ode, and other prominent sons and daughters of the area. Reviving of state moribund industries cited in Otukpo and Ohimini local government is the major message of the governor to these people, as he explains his visit to appreciate them for the mandate given him to become their governor. He says his administration has also given attention to empowerment of small and medium-scale enterprises and businesses, particularly garri production, in Ohimini local government for a formidable economy. The governor mandates his deputy, Dr. Sam Ode, to follow up with the Federal Ministry of Works for the construction of Amadu Bello Way Otukpo that is awarded under Makudi Enugu Road.
God spoke to you and you nominated and gave me the election that no governor had ever received in Benue. This is why I've come back to say thank you, Otukpo Ohimini. If we haven't come to your doorposts or to your community, patience, we will get there.
Deputy Governor of Benue State, Dr. Sam Ode, conveys the gratitude of Otukpo Ohimini Federal Constituency to the governor for the attention given them in his government through appointments and projects.
In the constitutional marriage between me and Father Alia, I can testify that it has been a moment of good times. Let it be on record that this governor has given Zone C Commissioner for Finance. This governor has given to Zone C Commissioner for Agriculture. This governor has given to Zone C the Commissioner for Water Resources. This governor has given to Zone C the Commissioner for Power and Transport. This same governor has given us a commissioner that is looking after the whole women in the state. Yet this governor has given us the Commissioner for Science and Tech. What more can Governor Alia do than this?
Member representing Otukpo Ohimini Federal Constituency, Blessing Onu, State Assembly members from the areas, Commissioner for Finance, Michael Glegba, are among those who not only draw the governor's attention to the need for road infrastructure in the areas, but appeal for deliberate efforts to improve security of the people.
Your Excellency, we have very bad roads. Your name will be written in gold. Whenever you get a chance to see Mr. President, it is a federal road. These are Amadu Bello Road. Your name will be written in gold.
With the conclusion of the governor's tour of the state, it is hoped that he is better connected to the yearnings and challenges of his people to serve them better. Emmanuel Akula, Benuetv Television News, Makudi.
The Benue State government, with support from the federal government, has awarded contracts for the construction of roads across the state, totaling over 600 kilometers. Governor Hyacinthe announced this in Ogbopo while addressing the people of Apa Agatul Federal Constituency on a thank-you visit to the area. Correspondent Emmanuel Akula reports that the governor also announced award for the construction of Ogbagaji Okukulu to Agagbe Road. Here's his reports.
It is the last day of Governor Hyacinthe thank-you visit to the people of Benue State. He arrives Ogbopo, the headquarters of Apa Agatul Federal Constituency, and the hometown of the acting chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Benue State, Benjamin Omakolo. The visibly excited governor says he is grateful to the people of Apa Agatul for giving him votes that no governor in Benue State has ever gotten to become their governor. He again restates the commitment of his administration towards ending insecurity in the state, noting that as one of the areas worst hit by unprovoked attacks, the people of Apa Agatul deserve maximum attention to enable them return to their ancestral homes to live normal lives. The governor, who explains his interest in struggling to keep democracy for the good of the people, vows to remain with the people, work for them, and with them. He again emphasizes the need for formation of farm cooperatives to access agricultural incentives and loans at low interest rate to boost food production and maintain the state's status of the food basket of the nation.
But since we came in, this insecurity was like cancer. When we killed this side, it sprung up this way. When we trimmed this one down, it was coming up this way. But as I'm speaking, even Apa Agatul is enjoying relative peace. But that doesn't mean that we have finished with the problem. We have so much work to do still.
Acting chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC in Benue State, Benjamin Omakolo, and Commissioner for Transport and Power, Omale Omade, lead other prominent sons and daughters of the area to applaud Governor Alia's efforts to stabilize security and humanitarian challenges being faced by the people, describing him as a courageous governor. The people, who reaffirm total loyalty and support to the governor, however, request for more infrastructural gaps to be filled in the area, particularly the opening of rural roads to connect and link them to other parts of the state.
You have distinguished yourself in Oxford, and the people of Benue State are very, very happy with you. And more particularly, that of Apa Agatul Federal Constituency.
For Senator Barnabas Gemade and Daniel Onje, the governor has demonstrated courage, integrity, and resilience that was lacking in Benue politics, promising not to stand in his way but support him to deliver on his mandate.
Once you have integrity, you are 99.9% done with your job as far as it relates to governance and even on our interpersonal relationship with people. That is why you will need to protect that with the whole of your life. Integrity. That is what you brought to the table.
Over 2,000 decampees from other political parties joined the APC during the visit. Emmanuel Akula, Benuetv Vision News, Makudi.
Thank you, Emmanuel Akula, for bringing us that update. Benuetv Television News at 7 would go for a break. We will return. Organized Labour has kicked against the Federal Executive Council's decision to step down the memorandum on the report of the Tripartite Committee. We'll bring the details of this report and more after the break. Stay with us.
Alright, no problem. Okay, bye.
Today, bad man. Let me call phone call now. Help my ministry.
You know, since I be your main guy, I found out or spot me data now.
Babatunde, my G from under the mother. You know, since I first asked since last week. Huh?
What are you guys going to give me first?
Can I have all of my beverages?
Guy, after come now, make I spoil you with cinema tickets.
You can have my lucky underwear.
Guys, just get on Glow Campus Booster.
Enjoy 100% data bonus on campus with Glow Campus Booster. Dial *312# and flex on campus non-stop.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow
Unlimited.
The Office of the National Women Leader of All Progressive Congress APC, led by Honorable Dr. Mrs. Mary Alile Idele, is inviting all Nigerian women and Benue women in particular to a national program on enhancing gender space in politics. The nationwide program will begin in Benue on June 29, 2024 at the IBB Public Square, Makurdi at 10 a.m. Expected to grace the occasion are the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, the Governor of Benue State, His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Talia, and his Deputy Governor Dr. Sam Odi, Speaker of Benue State House of Assembly Honorable Aondina Dajo, and his honorable members. Honorable Mike Onoja is chairman of the occasion, while Her Excellency Mrs. Christy Sam Odi is chair lady. Others are APC Party Chairman Benue State Honorable Benjamin Omakolo, Honorable Judith Yahaya, APC Benue State Woman Leader, Commissioner Women Affairs Honorable Anne Itodo, among others. Announcer Honorable Scholastica Bemso, State Coordinator, Special Advisor on Women Affairs.
Benuetv Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benuetv Vision, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makurdi. Form costs 5,000 naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await.
The first prize, 1 million naira. Second prize, 500,000 naira. And third prize, 300,000 naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership and inquiries, please call Benuetv Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benuetv Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
Welcome back. You're still watching Benuetv Television News at 7. Benue State Ministry of Works, Housing and Urban Development, in collaboration with the State Ministry of Environment, has set up a joint task force with the clear mandate of tackling the incessant flooding in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Now, our correspondent Frank Alanshima has details to the story.
Seated here at the Commissioners' Conference Hall, Benue State Ministry of Works, Housing and Urban Development are the officials of the ministry and their counterparts from the Ministry of Environment to discuss the causes of flooding and possible ways of ensuring that the issue is tackled effectively. Addressing the gathering, covering Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Works, Anas Ochia, charged the ministries and other agencies involved to work together and ensure that the problem of flooding becomes a thing of the past. Speaking, the Director of Civil Engineering, Benue State Ministry of Works, Tifa Wombo, said the Joint Task Force is mandated to ensure that all drainage systems are taken care of and those caught emptying waste on the roads or in drainages are arrested and punished in accordance with the extant laws. He further called on the State Ministry of Lands, Survey and Solid Minerals to avoid issuance of lands to people on waterways.
The authority directed that we should have a task force in place comprising of Ministry of Works, Ministry of Environment, considering the fact that Bensesa and Urban Development are part of these ministries, so that we have a task force in place. This task force will go round every day to see and check where and where we're having problems, and we attack it immediately.
In fact, there are two subsystem contracts for the dredging of the Makurdi. One from water resources, one from environment. So with the coming of the blue economy, the four ministries have been asked to streamline and ensure that both River Niger and Benue is dredged. If that dredging is not done, Benue can never be effectively drained.
Also speaking, the Director of Environment, Azage Richard, expressed his readiness to work and ensure the catchment areas in Makudi town are free from flooding while dredging of River Benue is anticipated.
You see, it's about the complaints we've been receiving from the people about flooding in their places, and we're trying to take action towards mitigating the problems they have. And you know, Benuetv, Makodi especially, is drained majorly by the Idia Basin. So these drainages, they have other smaller ones that feed into them. And because the big drainage is silted up, there's a lot of sand and debris. It is not receiving water, so it's not transmitting. That is why there's a backlash on the people. What we need to do is to remove the sand from the big drainage, and then the other ones will be able to feed, and then water moves back to the river and the flooding is stopped.
To effectively address the issue of perennial flooding, all hands must be on deck to ensure that adequate drainage systems are put in place and well maintained. Franca Lanshima, Benuetv Television News, Makudi.
Thank you, Frank Alanchima, for bringing us that update. Moving over now to news from other parts of Nigeria. Organized Labour has kicked against the Federal Executive Council's decision to step down the memorandum on the report of the Tripartite Committee on new national minimum wage. Head of Public Relations Nigeria Labour Congress, Benson Upal, who criticized the failure of FEC to consider the memo during Tuesday's meeting, said stepping down the Tripartite Committee report creates room for injurious speculations. Recall that the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, told newsmen after the council meeting that FEC stepped down the memorandum on the new minimum wage to allow for more consultations between President Bola Tinubu, state governors, local government authorities, and the private sector. Idris said the council deferred acting on the memo given that the federal government is not the sole stakeholder on the national minimum wage issue. The federal government, organized private sector, and Labour had several meetings on the minimum wage with the NLC and TUC leaders, insisting on 250,000 naira against the federal government, states, and organized private sector's counter-offer of 62,000 naira. State governors have argued that they would not sustain any minimum wage higher than 60,000 naira. The Minister of Information argued that the 250,000 naira minimum wage proposal could undermine the economy, lead to mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. Meanwhile, the organized private sector has restated its warning that any approval of a new national minimum wage above 62,000 naira could spark an industrial crisis and lead to job losses. It said an upward review by the president might lead to non-compliance by employers, which could lead to a series of industrial actions by aggrieved employees. Director General of the Nigerian Employer Consultative Association, NECA, Adewale Oyurinde, stated this while speaking to newsmen on the sidelines of the 3rd Nigerian Employer Summit on Economic Renaissance, Harnessing Government Reforms and Private Sector Agility in Abuja. Oyurinde said private sector members took the painful pill in accepting the proposed 62,000 naira by the Tripartite Committee, and that it was based on a certain premise of concession by the government to suspend the implementation of the electricity tariff. The NECA DG added that the government must consider the financial capability of its members to avoid a total shutdown of the sector. The Federal High Court in Lagos has ordered the fine forfeiture of the sum of over $1.42 linked to immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Justice Ayokunle Faji ordered the fine forfeiture of the funds to the federal government following an application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The Anti-Graft Agency had earlier on May 29, 2014, secured an interim order temporary forfeiting the money. The judge ordered the publication of the court order in newspapers to give anyone interested in the funds to appear in court and show cause why it should not be permanently forfeited. At the resumed hearing, counsel to the EFCC, Bilkisul Buhari-Bala, said the commission had complied with the publication order and no one had come forward to claim the money. Buhari-Bala said investigation by the EFCC revealed that the former CBN governor received the dollars as kickbacks for approving forex allocation to multinational firms during the forex crisis in the country. The EFCC lawyers said the country was empowered by Section 17 of the Advanced Fee Fraud and Other Fraud-Related Offences Act to make the forfeiture order. Abia State government has said it would pay salary arrears owed workers in the state civil service in tranches. The Commissioner for Finance, Mike Akbara, made this known while speaking to newsmen in Umuahia, the Abia State capital. Akbara expressed the determination of the present administration to completely change the narrative of owing workers salaries because, according to him, workers deserve their wages. He disclosed that the present administration inherited a debt of 16.5 billion naira of salary arrears owed workers in state-owned institutions of learning. He said the government had resolved to clear the arrears and ensure that the advancement it recorded in other sectors of the economy is sustained. Akbara said that the government would commence payments of the salary arrears owed to workers of state-owned institutions of learning by July or August, with the hope of completing payments by the end of the year. The Abia State Commissioner of Finance added that the Governor Alex Otis administration has not applied for any loan facility since its assumption of office on May 29, 2024. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll be joining the foreign scene for more updates. Stay with us.
Alright, no problem. Okay, bye.
Today, bad man. Let me call phone call now. Help my ministry.
You know, say na me be your main guy. Afa now, or spot me data now.
Babatunde, my G from under the mother. You know, say na me first ask since last week.
What are you guys going to give me first?
Can I have all of my beverages?
Guy, Afa, come now. Make I spoil you with cinema tickets.
You can have my lucky underwear.
Guys, just get on Glow Campus Booster.
Enjoy 100% data bonus on campus with Glow Campus Booster. Dial star 312 hash and flex on campus non-stop.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data.
Glow Unlimited.
The Office of the National Women Leader of All Progressive Congress APC, led by Honorable Dr. Mrs. Mary Alile Idele, is inviting all Nigerian women and Benue women in particular to a national program on enhancing gender space in politics. The nationwide program will begin in Benue on June 29, 2024 at the IBB Public Square, Makurdi at 10 a.m. Expected to grace the occasion are the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, the Governor of Benue State, His Excellency Reverend Father Dr. Hyacinth Talia, and his Deputy Governor Dr. Sam Odi, Speaker of Benue State House of Assembly Honorable Aondina Dajo, and his honorable members. Honorable Mike Onoja is chairman of the occasion, while Her Excellency Mrs. Christy Sam Odi is chair lady. Others are APC Party Chairman Benue State Honorable Benjamin Omakolo, Honorable Judith Yahaya, APC Benue State Woman Leader, Commissioner Women Affairs Honorable Anne Itodo, among others. Announcer Honorable Scholastica Bemso, State Coordinator, Special Advisor on Women Affairs. The Office of the National Women Leader of All Progressive Congress APC, led by Honorable Dr. Mrs. Mary.
Benuetv Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benuetv Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makurdi. Form costs 5,000 naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million naira. Second prize, 500,000 naira. And third prize, 300,000 naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership, and inquiries, please call Benuetv Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569. Benuetv Fashion Show, embracing fusion fashion. Benuetv Fashion Show Season 3 is here.
It's that time of the year for fashion designers, entrepreneurs, and fashion enthusiasts to shine.
This year, sale of forms for the competition begins from 15th April to 30th June 2024.
Pick a form at Benuetv Television, located at Special Duties Wing, Government House, Makudi. Form costs 5,000 Naira only.
Stage 1 screening begins on the 6th of July 2024. Great prizes await you.
The first prize, 1 million Naira. Second prize, 500,000 Naira. And third prize, 300,000 Naira. All prizes are inclusive of cash and fashion tools. Also, consolation prizes and gift items.
For sponsorship, partnership, and inquiries, please call Benuetv Marketing on 0906 188 9838 or 0703 794 5569.
Benuetv Fashion Show,
embracing fusion fashion.
Before we join the foreign scene for more updates, Report reaching us has that Benue State Deputy Governor and Chairman Benue State Boundary Committee, Dr. Samode, has inaugurated joint field team dispute management and security committees to implement demarcation of Ugambi, Mbaisi disputed territory of Konshishagwe local government areas. The inauguration of the three committee, according to Chairman, is to end age-long boundary disputes in the state. Correspondent Martha Iku reports.
Inaugurating the joint field team at Government House, Makudi, Dr. Samode charged them to undertake the task of mapping field completion and demarcation of the boundary to ensure that boundary lines are clearly defined and agreed upon by all parties involved.
Their work is essential to ensure the boundary lines are clearly defined and agreed upon by all the affected parties. We are counting on you to ensure that there is an amicable settlement of all outstanding issues. I urge all members to approach their responsibilities with a deep sense of dedication, impartiality, and duty to our communities. Successfully resolving these boundary issues will not only bring peace and stability to the affected areas, but will also pave the way for development and prosperity.
The Dispute Management Committee, co-chaired by Vice Chairman of Konshisha and Gwe local government, is to facilitate dialogue and follow up on negotiations so that where disagreements arise, the Security Committee will handle it. Led by the Special Advisor to the Governor on External Security, the committee is to provide security for the joint field team and handle all security issues concerning the boundary demarcation in the inter-local government boundary also. The Deputy Governor re-emphasized the readiness of the present administration to return displaced persons to their ancestral homes, urging members of the committee to approach their responsibilities with dedication, impartiality for successful resolution of issues to ensure peace of the affected areas, and anyone who tries to stop the assignment will be dealt with.
I cannot overemphasize the administration's promise under the leadership and guide of our able governor, Reverend Father Hassan earlier, to return our internally displaced persons to their ancestral homes. This we promise to do in a timely and dignified manner so that we can preserve the prestige and dignity of our people. The Security Committee, to be led by the Special Advisor to the Government on Security, will provide the necessary security and the impetus for the joint field team to handle all security issues related to boundary demarcation. That the Governor's directive that anyone who tries to disrupt this exercise should be severely dealt with according to the laws of our land.
The caretaker chairman of Gwe East Local Government, Mrs. Comfort Agbo, who spoke on behalf of members of the committees, promised that they would deliver their duties with honesty and accountability in accordance to the law for a lasting peace to the various communities.
Members of the various committees agreed this day promise to stand and abide by the laws that will provide lasting peace to the inter-communities. We will work together as a team to ensure that everything is done to restore peace in the various communities.
The committees are responsible for the implementation of demarcation of the Ungambe Mbayase sector of Konshisha Gwe East interlocal government boundary as a united effort towards lasting peace. Martha Iku, Benuetv Television News, Makde. Inaugurating the
Another report reaching us has that parents and caregivers have been called upon to give more attention to adolescents' care as a critical stage. The call is as a result of concerns over seeming neglect children under adolescence. The call was made during Benuetv Television's live program, Talk Health, with the topic, Adolescents' Care for Sustainable Health Systems. Iwange Baja brings us details.
Guests on Talk Health, Loture Idoko and Jimmy Oche, have stressed the need for better and proper parent-teenager relationship, as the home is the first and most important place for molding young adults into a better society.
1 out of every 7 teenagers or adolescents go through mental disorder. And this mental disorder actually begins from the developmental changes, what we're talking about now. And so that's the major thing. And if you're able to educate them, you're able to take them through the process, and as a parent, you know it, that because my ward is going through changes, you expect them, there's what we call age-appropriate behavior. So in adolescents, if they start displaying some of this age-appropriate behavior, you don't go calling them names.
Parents have a role to play in reducing the level of this crisis by first understanding that they were teenagers, to agreeing that these teenagers are people too, they are important, then seeking positive, steps to cultivate positive relationships with their teenagers, which is one of the things that we do.
According to the duo, adolescence is the stage between 10 to 19 years and marks the formative years of a teenager with both biological and physical changes.
Some say 12 to 19, some deal with 13 to 19. The World Health Organization says that they are 10 to 19. So we look at these people group who are between these age brackets. And also another meaning to adolescence, which people don't pay much attention to again, it's that adolescents are these young people who are transiting from childhood to adulthood. So this transitional stage comes with a lot of biological, physical, social, psychological changes. Alright, so you find it happening within that age bracket. So
Idoko added that if not properly managed, most mental health cases would arise from adolescents' mismanagement.
We have had to deal with parents who call their adolescents prostitutes, who call their parents, they give all kinds of names, and that affect their mental health. So mental health issues is a major thing with the adolescents, and it begins with the developmental change.
He also called on the government to make policies that would engage adolescents more, not only educationally, but mentally, providing skill acquisition as the world continues to become more of a global village.
We are also clamoring for certain policies, like we're talking about what is taught in puberty in schools now. We are saying it's important that the education system go beyond puberty teachings to explaining further for the teenagers to understand what comes with the physical changes. Not just physical change, yes, physical change, but it can result to A, B, C, and how to cope with it.
World health statistics show that 1 out of every 6 people is an adolescent and must be cared for to raise a wholesome, healthy society. Iwange Baja, Benuetv Television News, Makadi. Guests on
Moving over now to the foreign scene, health officials say a new strain of the monkeypox virus spreading quickly along the eastern border of Democratic Republic of Congo is worrying. The virus, which can cause lesions across the whole body, is making some people very ill and can be deadly. The current outbreak has been driven by sexual transmission, but there is evidence that strain can also be passed on through close skin-to-skin contact. According to global health experts, the new variant risks cross-border and international spread, with one calling it the most dangerous strain yet. Official figures from the World Health Organization (WHO) show there have been nearly 8,000 cases this year in DR Congo, including 384 deaths, almost half of these among children under 15 years. An outbreak in South Kivu province near the border with Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda is also causing particular concern. Laboratory testing of viral samples from the area recently found the new monkeypox strain, which contains mutations that appear to help it circulate among humans. The new strain has been detected in several cities along the border, including Goma, which borders Rwanda. The WHO said it represented a renewed risk of cross-border and international spread, which may potentially lead to an increased risk of severe illness. United States Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said that a diplomatic solution is needed to avoid a war between Israel and the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. In a meeting with his Israeli counterpart, Yoav Gallant, Austin blamed soaring tension on provocations by Hezbollah, noting that a full-blown war would be destructive for all involved and could spark a regional conflagration. He told newsmen that diplomacy is by far the best way to prevent an escalation, adding that the United States is urgently seeking a diplomatic agreement that restores lasting calm to Israel's northern border and enables civilians to return safely to their homes on both sides of Israel-Lebanon border. Hezbollah and Israeli forces have exchanged fire on a nearly daily basis since the beginning of the war in Gaza, but escalating attacks over the last several weeks have caused growing unease. Gallant has often suggested that Israel could pursue a large-scale war against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. The Israeli Minister of Defense said he was working closely with Austin to find a diplomatic solution, but also discussing military readiness on every possible scenario. Experts say Hezbollah is one of the most sophisticated and well-armed paramilitary groups in the world, and a larger conflict between the group and Israel could have devastating impact on each side. While the administration of U.S. President Joe Biden has repeatedly urged Israel to avoid a war with Hezbollah in Lebanon, it has recently stated that in the event of such a move, Israel would receive full U.S. support. North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO has appointed a Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte as its next chief, entrusting him with the leadership role during a critical time for European security amid Russia's war in Ukraine. Rutte's appointment on Wednesday was a formality after his early rival on the post, Romanian President Klaus Iohannis announced last week that he had quit the race, having failed to gain traction. Ambassadors from the alliance, 32 members, took the decision at a meeting at the NATO headquarters in Brussels. He will take over from Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg on October 1, 2024. Rutte gained early support from key members of the alliance after declaring his interest in the post last year. He called it a tremendous honor, describing NATO as the cornerstone of members' collective security. Stoltenberg, who led NATO for a decade, said he welcomed the selection of Rutte as his successor. The former Norwegian Prime Minister took over the alliance leadership in 2014, few months after Russia annexed Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula. Congratulating Rutte, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said he was confident that the incoming chief will keep the alliance strong and united as it works to strengthen members' collective defense and support for Ukraine's fight for freedom. Reacting, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky praised Rutte, describing him as a principled and strong leader. who has demonstrated decisiveness and vision on many occasions over the past years. According to security expert, Rutte will face the challenge of sustaining allies' support for Ukraine's fight against Russia's invasion while guarding against NATO being drawn directly into a war with Moscow. He will also have to contend with the possibility of NATO skeptic former United States President Donald Trump returning to the White House after November's election. Trump's possible return has unnerved NATO leadership as the Republican had called into question the U.S. willingness to support other members of the alliance if they were attacked. Let's now move over for weather reports.
Hello, here is the weather report for Thursday. Let's quickly look at the weather here in Benuetv State. We anticipate an overcast and misty sky in the morning and evening over parts of Makurdi, Utko, Boku, Kasinala, and clear periods during the day. Temperatures low around 24 degrees Celsius and high around 29 degrees Celsius. Humidity of 64% with 50% probability of precipitation. In the Federal Capital Territory, the high humidity will give rise to unsettled weather with possibility of thunderstorms in the early part of the day. Temperatures will vary between 22 degrees Celsius low and 29 degrees Celsius high. The sky will gradually turn overcast and change into a thunder weather in Ekiti State, with risk of rain spaced out in the afternoon and evening periods, with mist and fog at night hours. Temperatures low around 22 degrees Celsius and high around 28 degrees Celsius. That's it from here. Join us again for another weather report. I am Loretta Report.
Thank you, Loretta Oko, for that weather report, and that's all of our package this night. But before we go, here's a recap of the main stories. Benuetv State government has awarded contracts for construction of roads across the state. Organized labor has kicked against Federal Executive Council's decision to step down memorandum on new national minimum wage. And on the foreign scene, we told you health officials have said new strain of monkeypox virus spreading along Democratic Republic of Congo's eastern border. My name is Mercy Opa. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Suna ce jamte sababane bawe asabasa fan tashan u Benuetv television makudi jamte hen yavane kundu yo nakba mo wa wona bemdo wajwa shimu han shova nemi Echantifs Dwabe Maka and Hanje Kumotu Bentau Benue. Awago yo hiken short zona yuasen tun hang Kumotu Shintine. Wering binda kuman anga ha shade tratan haka Benta u Benue Bar. Gona Bentau Bono High Sentio Mem Alia Adue Quarun Hen Obobo. Shionwe then showed a soon and near a Pama Gatu. Sha Yama How Shanga can you me bela show a Lugono Benta u Benue Bio. Akan ha juna zende uwe ma unve heningila kadu sundive te sha yave toshie ma ve yomba ngwe batido show you chive ha shanga ma ve ba ve tom shun tembleo na ha she ton zwa kan ha jun ba ma yange jun ken ve kem shitom ungumotu kwenta beno higen sha ha naga na ha kan ve kwayo kwa ona tom temble sha embla ba yesu unda jile ve ba ve hide ma ve yem show ta ha na kai do ve ma ve ba ve zame do ya ha sentelia sik ton zo kana ha jeune una nongo tun jeune tom shau hiden a gomotu dele pupu shai do ne lula to benochi lu zo hana ha ba yo ba velu he ya kana ha je wolu hemanu patu chancha kan penta u benochi benjamin makulo tom tembre marango ho mblamba vedue kudu keno pati bagane mba humba yengeje dubu hwana ha unyoron pati chancha uye pisi lakba welo hemano enye lachi ochai alido ba akana ha jone kwa mom gove gakpa ka swendi ha sentio mem alia kanjuma temble shona foto kulino tene zo amba yantono sha chuti wa beno lakba ya welo hemano fishe nangisha kwa ka ndan kan kwenta u benwe o male ba aka jone ka ove zahamen weren chomi high sentium alia awove sha kevla kawla sha awashima gumoto penta bonwe uneza kurevo to bonwachi zo ywasen makwa na lumam kana ka do bedikbawe hange shataha bulwemia bagane balu he mabanas makwa ya kan hanjelo vesin andiayo he gamade tane onje ma bechi we kan hanje do asuwe gumotu kwenta bune shahamano high sentium alia unangana hanje akure ba washima na do shachu to benwe uwalumo gono kwenta benwe samode ikabs na hanje atondo kwame manabum bramba eto shove nengesha ukuren ayosu ma bana bem hene to choy ugambe mamba ya sekeni ukonshema ene lugwela ba kaya kwa aruna samode akan hanje November 12 ma wewe tomna shakela ve tomna shakbashima ma viderin sangu sha doshmaga sha ayosa ru hene to ene mbo hwamba ma pawno ugambe mamba ya sene afato pena itsemble sha kwana lumam kana ka kanju maka jivulu na zayo sha nlo inya mando wa bayo ba 12 ba kan hanje be hame jivul court tomna ve yo ike kamwe o hamenu wenye konsha ma mwe o hamen o enelu kwekpa kana have unshon welu o hamenu wenye rugwe kwasi ya comfortable ba mase tonu ndo kana hanje one une tomna shagbashima onanga hanje be mandoro tuma hene to enye rugwe ma enelu konsha sha kwana une klaza hame kwaga ya unshon lo o wasen ma vanamba mhe han gomno kwenta u benwe kanve kwayo ji unukuma tire don so nangana hanje kwayo ngwe sha chumbra bai tuave shove shi bishire tomne ma due sma kwa uwe va bem mandoro hene to ene bo hwa ba no konsha mangwe man piao no gambe ma be asala ba nzo mbatomo kenta unanjira chi kabese na hanje ve kwa chusha tsunje shakwa shuno kumoto shintine atmam ko hove agama itine kwa do velu nengen shame do ase matomo nyarken ta unanjira vive kijuma dala shie lakbala ore cho shagba tomo samale bawe hemzo matomo kenta unanjira chi benson upa aka na hanjo na mayangeje kwalaka kwa didoga gadi ata unanjira chi vidwa biawe na hanje kumoto shintine zumu no wen ko ya atuma mabe top sha kwana ve do sma kwalon o wena patomo bakan tawra njira msushi mayo masiva ka ave na hanje kumoto tawra njira ve guma sma kwalon ve kanjume ma ba zahame a wen ko sha ka gane shan haya kwana ka mom kana ka son batum kan shi makpishi sha moto shin tin tanta hegen arfa to kuren ko do ne heneto na ma batum ba kan ta unan jira gara shan haya vede pa veru sende sha ya ka ba ta ngeke kan ta unan jira higen ya go moto shin tin avede nyale ki ahumba kwa o tom kan ta unan jira ya akuru na me ki kuma samnya jaye dubu de ruwa man akunda ha be kwala yo itati kase bawana kwa suruku sababa sa fanta shanu peno television makudi hiavane mo wa ngona bemdo wazwa mur kran kya hiden kan juma sha manna ne an show nange ma ngwan abawe a kan ijwa gane kwa hanta shanu yo itianti yalo sinade do sa she gane.
Welcome to the exciting world of Benuetv Television, where we give you an exclusive ride into the world of news, current affairs, and entertainment. Ready for our first stop? Ride with me. Benuetv Television.
Our news and flagship program, Daybreak Benuetv, keeps you informed on events and happenings around the nation and the world.
We engage our guests on hot topics and beam searchlight on shady stories. Idemola damala yo baje in biokagela mogigo mebe kupene television. Amyoina oke obiokanyagela ichea yekuki Margaret Aba. Idemola dam alakuchu alajalotoka. Oka flay anokega pone manoki opoka iniku igomenti ku Benuetv State. Memlu igomenti nesi waki otutu ka akege yowe laju state. Anoki opoka iniku aluka dede kowe ya wakega ya laju Benuetv State. Lukonu beke okewu 600 kilometers. Adano ochenoke wigbomina ku Benuetv State, Reverend Father Hyacinth Aliake Okelanya Teche Lukbukbu, Eku Okio Kela Memlo Ache, Kapa Memlo Agatu ku Federal Constituency, Kia Wukundu Enya Okeye Lejenju Igomenti Nenche Laju Benuetv State ku to kunuku thank you visitor. Anoki opoka iniku iche akewu echamomea kiawu enyalada noki oyebebe mu igomenti nenche laju state ake otu ejenjache ki gomenti lainya ugbu klolosi enya wake ya olabo tokpalanu anuke luyare anuke wigbomina ku Benuetv State. Oche enya okewu bekehiku acting chairman ku APC laju Benuetv State okewadano Benjamin Umakulu oke okela ka eniku adano igbomina ku Benuetv State ki ogwe memlu ejenjache Kapa memlu agatu ugbukulo losi enya wake ya eko oke owechelu owa kimeri ku APC kabu tokpa ki gbomina ku Benuetv State enya anukelu yaria adano jibake okela ka hiniku igomenti kolunu ki oyoda dodo hipabo kunu kunwa gbajenya koke medu anoki opoka eniku iyawo yawo enyalada no igbomina ku Benuetv State ke yeja anyu igomenti nenche Kapa memla gatua anoki opoka eniku aluka ki 1000 panya beke iku 2000 ka 2000 kache okemu owa kimeri eyeye anoki opo kahini ku wakeka welu owa kimeri ku APC idamo ladam oka ompa no kega pone manoki opo kahini ku ochenoke pokonu chada no igbomina ku Benue State okiwada no Dr. Sam Odi anoki opo kahini ku anuke utrei kowa enya wakile kwaje enya beke kwa inaugurate anuke chairman ku Benue State Boundary Committee ya anoki opo kahini ku owa eta enya wakile kwaje enya beke ku wake inaugurate ku 3 committee ya anoki opo kahini ku adano anuke utrei kuwa anoki opo kahini ku owa nya ela okechelwa wakelowa tanya kwaja anoki opo kahini ku ugbunwalu kaje enya okyoyalu gọọmenti nenche kuguwe memlu konshisha anoki opo kahini ku wakefu owa etanya loleki gọọmenti lugeri makodi adano kyokelagelu achenya okiwelu owa okyodu kahini ku wakoke yoda dodo hipaboku wakoke laja ko egenya li gọọmenti epanya keche kunwalu koke hon idemo ladam ala enyo jalotoka ami oina okebio kanyagela ichea yekunke o Margaret Aba idemo ladam ala enya
With millions of people watching Benuetv TV worldwide, we ensure that we bring you news that is accurate, timely, and dependable.
Our programs are entertaining and educative with high-quality audio, leaving you with an amazing viewing experience.
Benuetv TV, a new dimension in broadcasting.
Ani no makau gwo ba mdano chenu le oyoluye oyoleji ebina ahopie kurigede ko punyaji aikoro kai woji abu ibene television oninya no ogiri Moses aika woja do dele eni oni Benue State lele yubo dada biga ni federal government nyoka dagbe apa e balekala le ko ngini kaje chipuro kango long ni babo ka ho ko ka duo ho luka eni oni Benue State lele yelo adode ugbe ole ke adu anganyo bo we ugbe wani ka ledio pa ye lata i ledio lala uno eronye lefo oli hi ogamono Reverend Father Hyacinth aliale yelele wa ugbokolo kolele duga kile kapaga tu federal constituency nyoka oja obe nyo yolegu do vaole po kapa ho kodukoro ogamono we ale aliale le ja obo ho jabole ki bupe choni o wa ugbokolo ni nyodo uraba warewe farere nyani ni olihi ole koleri ole gbudugada ọ̀pẹ́ èrè APC àmì Benue State Benjamin Omakolo olele dogamono oraba wani chajo wa pangale rufotoro ye fotoro nyamu owa ini ani nyala apa gatu lele yo ubo pakapanya lele ha olihi dukolele dogamono okowa omiale he nyole ko juga nyokele kakaja obe we ini otlele yani nyori elokpo ole kini baba homa lele ni ruya ni jogbegbe chadi kopuni nikaji kamkale ogogogo opa nyaleguru ala ele kewe ule jijada kele kopanya gatu ani glani kopuni ju wa omeka we ala pa agatu ewe lele ya lala efotoro nyada ni baba kani ka jua hehe epunopuni jabole kini baba ni kala okowa olihi ogamono lele yepi nyuri nya ukeja urole ko hohole lala government nyoma ola lele oya nyuri onika muya fu betolo nika joma chaji nyopuni nyani nini otlele yani ni nyuri angle o kenyiri alero nyemaga keni lebuebu tume nya abumole konika je duaga daobo pu kangero nya nika higu kenyeteka mihu Benuetv kenya klala nya rudo nya ngoriri ini nyofoma olihi olekori ongo perere APC ami Benuetv Benjamin Omakolo local government chairman nyala pa ochae alidu bala commissioner nyang kwangoro nyekori omale bala ange poro ekpenche ange bahe eleki efumowe elele dole kwa ni jabole ko ga dudu nyamole miale he kabani ni etlele yani nyori obo dada bupanye wakiganyali ya nyala pororo jab me abole kenya uke jawro kaba ni du abalo olihi senator Barnabas Gamade Daniel Onje eleki du ani ni elele yela duo honi opa ni jogbegbe nyetemaga kenya hokro nyelele wi nyamo jabo nyewe ho chaji kokuni ni kaji Benuetv kamkale me ogamono heyenyi Benue State ole kori ongolote we kperere opanyangle cho chaji nyopuni oka hoho ogogogo opanyoyi nyange balankla lela wejiwe kori aibai Dr. Samode olele yela balangele kecho we nya nyoka igbeduka ole keka wule gejie chadi nyopuni okaji odu aho ni hokuro ni lele ogogogo panya ogambe mbaise ole kelo moni jiwe ni wa we conscious gwe local government ni oloye pori angele kecho nyoka igbeduka ole ebu tetawe nyoka wola egege gole kopi nyonge balon kalaba chaje keka oloye olihi Dr. Samode lele du aho nyori ni wola reji egole kenye kinyuola owola ole ni kan de kaje punya reji owa ni jepo wa kenye hokuro le ni baba kenye ka ho chaje kenye go meme betole ni baba kenye kaji jabo ni la ine ko puni kaji olihi oloru libudu gado bi conscious we local government ni olele ya nyori ni beduka ole chaji no puni olowa ejogbegbo olowa kenye la pepe ni ongole ko ongo duoga mono ni Benue State oho panye jogbegbe lele du ani o iria ha jabole kekebu hueta nyelewe ni chaji koyi odada nya kadupuni efo ni angale ketecho beto balokla no karubo no ka hokuro chaji nopuni o ni ya nyori ni beduka ole bala ole beduga da ni local government owe ole kori Mrs. Comfort agbo ole yela wono nya alebeje gada kala ele kiju ani ni nyoka igbeduka ole chadi nopuni owe ni yetemi ono nyoka yole gudo va ole chadi nopuni okajum o gambe obaise moni nyo bale conscious gwe local government nini chadi nyukuni okaji ale bali juju angle yela wonu nyalokoro ju ame Nigeria o elele igbeduka ole bala federal government fu beto he ukole kangle kete liang gbegbele ya igbeduka ole chadi nyonwa Nigeria lele pomio he balokala pe ale angiyela wonu nyalokoro le pomio la nya pe enini ukole koli president Nigeria te ulo ele elele ya nyori elele ni yale ni mionu dwa ole nwa fu beto ameleku ange chai bueteta eleketro uyogbanya okukole kika nwalokoro chadi nyakama ola machani ole iya ela nyamu yo fu beto he echo chi umi jabo bobo kala leku bensin opa ole ka koda ewe oyanyori ni federal government pangani hiwe ni fu beto ole uwola ole ni kajeji meleko iyela adode otro enyefi okowa enini ongolot leri minister nyoja olele kori Mohammed Idris ole pelele kanyaloja ani nyopio hurete chaje kanghe balankala ka wo opa nya nyelele kino ke gbagbe bua biga nyalo yela wonu nyalo kro kala federal government ete mionu duelo wa nwapo ikaje pio maduma leka ogugu president Nigeria Bola Tinubu omionu kpororo jabo lo bo kala leko igamono ile ipo iperiri state u bala anglegbedu gbegbele chai chade nya okro federal government all state I yolegudo vale fo beto he eti yanyori elo ani gwaole nwaleko efo nyange ele ki gbeduka ole wi vupanya NLC bala TUC olegbedu operera opukole ke anilele cheno kokaru aruku ohu imi diwero the federal government telele yanyori nya iwero nya dimi nya like angole ete ulo ye pe fu beto ewe yanyori elewe ni gwa ole kupo owola ole pompon ni kajeji epunyelele leko nanana iya fu beto ole tiche eduka we ijaka yodode jabole ki jekaba aha he jakwiri aju jabole kangenye kabuhe ineki kachelo weju analanya jabolo janu college kaba wale juju kole la jegojo club Benuetv television we onyanyanu ogiri Moses wojado de wale jabom ya ine anoligede nyadam ai wulehweta omi wela nyaole kopunyaji ebina ache ukoligede oyoluye baloleji ache ukoligede kopunyaji ewe ojanya la bale anu bayi nukolema